does it take to be elite value? What does it take to be elite status? See, we talk about high value, we talk about high status, but nobody's talking about elite status man. What does it take to be an elite status man? See, when you look up elite status, you always hear about some airline or about this private class flight. Nobody talks about being elite status man. What does it take to be an elite status man? It's an entirely new construct, and I'm the creator of it. Preme. J. Preme is the creator of elite status men. I'm about to attempt to explain to you what it is. By the end of it, you will start to gravitate towards it. You will help me push this movement. See, when we talk about high value, we talk about high status, we talk about money, we talk about looks, we talk about fame, we talk about all these things. But when I look around and I see certain men who have these things, they were lacking in other areas. They were lacking in the intelligence aspect. I seen some rich people, but they were dumb. I see some rich people, they were intelligent, but they were nerdy. I seen some broke people, they were good with women, but they were smart, but they were broke. I see some men who had money, but wasn't good with women. It just was, where were the men, or what was it called to be a man that is good in every aspect? That is good in every aspect, or at least have 75% in every area. A jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than the master of one. See, that's the elite status man mantra. That's where it comes from. Jack of all trades, master of none, but better than a master of one. To be a master in every category, to understand intelligence, you need to be smart to a certain extent. And I look around and I see a lot of men aren't smart. Yes, he has money, but he's not smart. And yes, he may have money, but he doesn't have the swag. And yes, he may have money, but he doesn't have the status. So where was the men that had it all? So I created elite status men. And I'm going to push this movement all the way. This is a man who, when he go into a room, he dominate. Whether he have fame or not, he has a certain amount of inner authority to the point where it's just everybody gravitate towards him. When he walking around, he looks good, he smells good, he dresses nice, he's always well groomed, chains, watches, luxury, right? And it's deeper than that. This talks to the inner game. Elite status men is more gravitated towards inner game, understanding human psychology, understanding human behavioral mechanisms, understand the social dynamics, which most men don't want to put in the effort to learn, which is why elite status men will win in the end. And I'm the pioneer of elite status man. It's not just all about money. It's not all just about looks. It's about inner game and inner authority and building an unshakable mind which people cannot break or penetrate. Being an elite status man, you have to have an elite status mind. You have to have a certain degree of measuring yourself up to the standard. I am the standard, right? You walk in rooms and you think the same thing. I am the standard. I don't go by your standards and your definition. Elite status man is the standard. When I walk into a room, I dominate. And everyone adheres to my creed because this is my world. Now, to walk through the earth with this certain mechanism, this takes an unbreakable mind and an unbreakable will. It takes a strong body as well. You need to have an elite body. See, a lot of men only train to look good. They don't train for combat. I train for both. I train to look good, and I train for combat. There's not any man on the face of the planet that I cannot kick the living fuck out of, right? And you have to give your fucks, you have to be very, very careful when giving your fucks out, when you're elite status, man. Your fucks have to be very, very limited that you give out, right? So it's walking through the earth in an untouchable manner. Fear can't touch me. I'm too elite. I'm an elite status man. I'm Preme. I'm J Preme. So when I walk through the earth, these things can't touch me. Fear can't touch me. I dominate my mind. So even in social dynamics, women can see this. People can smell it. Men can smell it. There's not any single thing on the face of the planet that I'm afraid of. Elite. I'm elite. I'm elitist. There isn't anything. I am the standard. It bow down to my measures wherever I go. So you need to learn the game of inner authority. You need to develop your mind to a certain extent where it cannot be broken. My will can't be broken. And it's also starting to gravitate towards in a way where your mind is on your side. You're in absolute control. You are strong. You can use your will to do anything. A lot of people come with these garbage messages to say, I can't, they say, oh, I can't, they come to me, Preme, how do I stop this? How do I stop pornography? Or how do I stop being addicted to certain things? And I think, you can't stop your own hand from jacking yourself off. You can't stop your own body from doing these things. So when I think about these things, I try and talk about an inner game. You need to have inner game to the point where women respect it, men respect it, and you yourself respect it. When you, even animals respect it. I walk through the earth with a certain inner authority. Even animals respect it. Animals are afraid. When I walk down the street and there's a barking big dog come up to me, I will stand there and I will look the dog in the face. And I will genuinely eye contact the dog and make the dog walk off. Elite status man. This goes beyond just physical. This goes to spiritual. How do you be spiritually elite? How do you be spiritually dominant? See, we talk about everything else. All of the physical matter, all of the we don't talk enough about energy, inner game, and mind game. We don't talk about these things. We don't talk about the spiritual mechanism behind being elite or being high status or these things, right? It's a spiritual mechanism behind it. And also not just a spiritual mechanism, it's a mental mechanism. Now, once you master these things, you become elite status. It's a master of all realms. Elite status man is a master of all realms. That's not a realm he cannot master. That's what I say. A master of all trades. Because truly, I think what it takes to be elite status man is, it's a man believing he can do anything. I believe I can do anything. When I sit down, it could be something I don't even know how to do. We could be in competition, and I still would dominate. Even if I don't dominate physically, I'm dominating psychologically. Do you understand? This is the elite game, which they don't tell you. I can dominate psychologically anywhere. Put me up against the strongest man in the world. I still will psychologically dominate him. He might be bigger and stronger physically. I still will psychologically dominate him because I psychologically dominate myself. So when it comes to becoming an elite status man, you need psychological dominance. You need verbal dominance. You need physical dominance. You need all areas of aspect. So even if we are in a competition with something I don't know how to do, everybody's looking around like, now I have to go against Preme. I gotta go against J Preme. Even when I'm going out to, let's say, I'm going out to somewhere social. Oh, Preme coming, Preme, J Preme. Everybody's excited that I show up. Psychological domination, perception. See, a lot of men these days lack the perception. And I'm not only even talking about men. I'm not bashing men because I'm telling you what to do, how to develop these things, right? And it's also being good with women. It's not allowing trash women to step on you. It's not allowing these over-domineering women to bring you down, right? It's you understanding to a certain extent that what a woman says cannot affect you. Mentally, whatever she do, physically, whatever, it cannot affect you because you have an inner game. You have an inner elite status. Do you understand? So these things can be cultivated. I'm gonna continue to elaborate on these topics and these points. I'm truly gonna make this a movement, and we're going all the way. Now, if you want to join this movement, you can join the free Telegram, t.me/Preme Operations. The link is in the description, and I'm genuinely, this is the start of the movement. So when you're here, just know you've been here from the beginning. If you're seeing this, this movement will be vast and transformative. It will transform every man life that comes in contact with the words that I'm saying. Because that's how life works. You start to get a certain level of knowledge and wisdom, life starts to gravitate your way. You start to become more masculine man. You start to get stronger. You start to become more competent. Right? So it's about achieving a certain level of competence in every area of which money cannot buy. Money cannot buy an internal gain. Money can't buy you overcoming fear with pure bravery. So becoming an elite status man is developing things money cannot buy and strengthening the mind to a point where nothing can hurt you. Nothing can hurt me. You can hurt my physical body, but my mind can't be hurt. You can't infiltrate my mind. I built an elite status mind. I've developed my mind to a certain point where people feel it. When I'm talking or speaking to someone or I'm walking around, people feel it and gravitate towards me. I don't even have to do anything. I don't have to even open my mouth. There's been certain situations, we talk about social dynamics a lot, we talk about being high status, right? But there are certain situations where a certain 0.1% of men, like me, don't have to approach a woman. I don't have to approach her. I can look and scan the room and see who's already looking at me and who's already interested. They're already gravitating towards me. All I have to do is wave. All I have to do is come. She's already given me the signals. It's different, but there's a difference between high value man, high status man, and an elite status man. Even though these two are components to it, you can't leave out the elite status part. You can't leave out the parts of developing internal game that cannot be took. When all of your money and your looks and all of these things are gone, what do you have? Once the status is gone, what do you have? Exactly. Psychological dominance is the key. And if you can psychologically dominate, if you understand perception the way that I do, I'm a master of perception. I can look around and I can alter perceptions in real time. Even when I was broke, nobody knew how much money I had in my bank account. Nobody would never know. It's perception. Coming across with women with pure mystery. They can't figure you out. Perception. Psychological dominance. So it's understanding women's biological nature, is understanding men's biological nature. It's being very, very intelligent to a point where it's not nerdy. You walking through the earth with swag, you still have swag. I've never met a man like me. I've never met an elite status man like me who's just good in all categories. He knows about all categories, and if he don't know about it yet, he can learn about it with ease. And he still have swag, right? See, it's some men who have that, but they're still nerdy. Still nerdy. Can't be a little nerd. So don't allow yourself to be a nerd. Don't be a dork. Don't be those things. You want to strive to become elite status man. And I'll just explain to you some of the components, even though it's deeper than this. And in the future, I will be going into depth, even more depth about this. So you need to increase your elite level. You have to increase your elitism to a certain extent. Not elitism in a certain way of just demeaning everybody, but elitism in a certain way of inside yourself. You are the standard. You being the standard of what a woman needs. You're not bending yourself. This is the key. You're not bending yourself towards other people's standards. Do you understand? You're not bending yourself and adhering to what they say. I don't adhere to what these people's standards are about me. I create the standards, which is why I'm an elite status man. And it's only a 0.1% of men who would actually get this. It's only 0.1% of 0.1% of men actually understand what it takes to be an elite status man. The rest, but I'm giving the game. Women don't put up with their bullshit. It's mental games. It's mental games. It's psychological tricks that they're not even aware of that they do. So it's understanding the entire game, the whole social dynamics, how women behave versus what women respond to versus how they actually behave. A woman will tell you to do something and say, hey, if you do this, I'll love you more, this and that. That's consciously. Subconsciously is what she responds to. So a lot of men adhere to what a woman say, right? And then she don't even like him anymore. Why is that? Because what a woman says and what a woman responds to is two totally different things. Now the elite status, 0.1% of men, elite status men understand this. They understand. But it seems like to a lot of these men, women are a puzzle. No, women are in fact easy to understand after you solve the puzzle. Now, if you haven't solved the puzzle of women yet, they'll be hard to understand. But once you solve the puzzle and understand how they operate, becomes easy, right? Understanding the biological hardwiring, how to trigger those triggers. Now, this is not even saying that, this is the thing. This is not even saying that every woman, that a man can just get every woman on the planet of the earth. That's not how it works. Obviously, some women have different preferences, but it's being a man that every woman can respect. It's being a man that every woman can look at and respect. You know what? I don't even like him or what he says, what he talks about, but I still respect him. It's having that level of inner game, right? It's having that level of physicality and all of these different things. So, elite status man is developed in all areas. All areas. And if he lack in one area, he's going to strengthen it, right? So every area might be at 75%, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. It's better than being 100% at one area. Because they keep mixing that quote up. I just said it earlier, the jack of all trades, master of none. They leave out the last part to trick you. It says oftentimes better than a master of one. And an elite status man is better than all categories of man, because it's the 0.1% of men actually using it, whether consciously or subconsciously. So that's what you should try to become. And it's all in your nature. It's in you. You just have to unlock it. And the more you listen to what I'm telling you, the more you understand what I'm saying, the inner elite status man will unlock inside of you.